Yo, what's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now. XSplit is in the house right now. It is 17 minutes past 8 p.m. right now, on the 20th of April, 2023 right now. Thursday night right now, so you know what that means right now. We're about to play some games right now. So, let me switch over to this screen. Chat for a little bit. Oh, let me put this light on, actually. Oh, it's dark in here. How you doing, XSplit? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. Getting ready to play some Final Fantasy. What are you doing in the neighbor's dog's house, though? Is that like a punishment or something? Like, what's going on there? I'm still seeing the darkness. Okay. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. Raised by it. Why, I didn't see the light until I was a man. How you doing though? How's the dog house? Excuse me while I chow down a little bit. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's not full of poo. I hope the dogs clean part of themselves. They probably don't. Might be sitting in some dog poo. Well, if you can see the dog, you can see the dog poo, right? So you can just avoid it. It will still stink though. But hey. I was gonna avoid sitting in the poo, and I think you're doing okay. But yeah, back to play some Final Fantasy. I had to find the key. I found the key actually. I think the last time we were looking for the key. I did find the key, not last week, but I did find it during the week because I played a little bit during the week. And I did find the key. So now we have to go to that dude. What's his name? I forget his name. You know that dude with the floating dude. I think he's granddad. You have to go to him. Let's see what this key unlocks. So that's what we're about to do. But trying to right. Almost ready. Alright, here we go. So, XSplit, you hear the news. Ramadan is over. Ramadan is officially over. Today is the last day of fasting. So tomorrow you get to eat as normal. Well, assuming you didn't miss any days and things like that. But it has been confirmed. So congratulations to all those who fasted through Ramadan. Eid Mubarak for those who are celebrating. As for myself, I just want to play some games. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to play some Final Fantasy. Alright. Let me switch over to this screen. And there we go. There we go. Let's continue that. Get into that. Right, so I've got the key. Now, I wish there was a way to control the volume. I mean, there is actually, so some on this. Man said I wish there was a way to control the volume. This is called the volume knob. That's how you control the volume. Alright. So we're gonna run back through the forest. Find Red 13's granddaddy. Well, I guess I've got to fight some of these people along the way. Took 96 though, 100. Yo. Tyson level up. We've got another level as well. We don't see what it was. Dazers on what that is, but we'll take it. Random battles though. So I recently decided to end my Xbox Game Pass subscription. I had the Ultimate subscription up until a few months ago, and then I switched it over to just the PC only, which I had for the last maybe couple of months. Well, maybe a few months really. It doesn't really matter. But I recently decided I'm gonna end it, and I think it ends at the end of this month. So I still got it running until the end of this month, and it stops. So, and the reason for that is because as much as it is a pretty good deal, it's like for this PC only, it's like $7.99 a month, like £8 a month. So it's not like, you know, expensive. It's doable. But it also kind of got to a point where I just felt like I don't have a lot of time to play games, and the time that I do have is pretty much what I'm doing now, like these streams, and sometimes a few hours here and there during the week I might squeeze in, but pretty much my game time is when I'm streaming each week. Excuse me. And the cool thing about Game Pass and those sorts of is that you have access to a lot of games. But the truth is, I maybe play one of them. And with like Game Pass and then the PlayStation service I've got right now, I'm not playing as many games as is available to me. Like, not even close. So I just thought, you know what? I've got the PlayStation's paid for the year. So there's not much I can do about it now. But for the sake of not paying more money than I really need to, let me just cancel one. And I could buy games, you know. I still think you can do in this world. You can still buy games. And on Steam, you can wait till put games on your wish list and just wait till they're on sale, which I'm fine to do because most games I play tend to be older anyway. It's rare that I play like a brand new release these days, just because they're really expensive and I don't care that much. I don't need to play every game. There's very few games I will still rush out and be like day one. There's very few. I'm not saying I wouldn't do, I'm just saying there's very few. So for me, it's like, you know, I can wait a while till it's a bit cheaper and play older games in the meantime, you know. So it is a good deal. I ain't saying that. It's a great deal, but I think for me, it just wasn't really worth it because I figured I'm paying something like, I think about £100 a year on the PC only for £8 a month. That comes to somewhere about 90 something, maybe £100 a year. And when you consider how many games I'm actually playing for that £100 a year, it's like it's not adding up. So yeah, I think there's plenty of people out there who could definitely get a lot of value out of it. Unfortunately, right now I'm not one of those guys, so decided to end it. And then we'll see how it is by the time this PlayStation 1, like I said, it's paid for the year. So I think I paid up until about September or so. I can't remember, but I was paid towards the end of the year with the PlayStation Plus service I got, and see how I'm feeling then, whether I'm in a position to continue it on and have more time for it, or whether I just end that one as well and just buy the individual games as I'm ready to play them. That music box over there, will put the key in it. I'll go use the key. You all wait here. I'll watch closely what happens. Alright, so something about to happen. Ho ho hoo. Got a cool graphic. That water, that shows that waterfall thing. Okay. Yo, what up, Ben? Now go inside. I hope maybe inside, or ooh, that's ominous, kinda. Evening. For some reason you aren't showing as live on my subscription sidebar, but thankfully it showed up on my homepage. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Appreciate you coming through, Ben. Big up to you. Big up to you and your crew. Apparently YouTube playing I don't know what YouTube is doing. YouTube on a mad one. I don't have a lot of views and stuff, YouTube. So, you know, you really don't need to be hiding me anymore. Like, for the people who do want to see me, can you at least show me there? I'm just saying. You don't gotta promote me everywhere if you don't want to, but can you at least show me to the people who do want to see me? Is that too much to ask, YouTube? Is that too much to ask? But yeah, appreciate you coming through, Ben. Big up for finding me anyway. try to be live 3 times a week now. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Well, 8 p.m.-ish. You know, not always exactly 8 p.m. Sometimes a little bit later than 8 p.m. But yeah. Remember the correct day this week. Awesome. How you been, Ben? How's your day going? How's your day been? Look at the image projected on the screen of the water. Okay. What image is projected on the screen of the water? Oh, it's Eris. From Beyond the Grave. I think if I, well, say if, hopefully it won't be an if, hopefully by the time I get through this game. But I'd want to watch Final Fantasy VII Advent Children again, because I watched that years ago, but I never completed this game before, so I'm sure a lot of context I missed. I just didn't really understand it. But I think once I can get through this game, hopefully I can get through this game, God willing I can get through this game. But yeah, I'd want to watch that again, and try and watch it with a better understanding of what's happening, since that's set after this game is complete. After this, I think it's like some years after this game is set. Good, thanks, mate. Have you had a busy day? I've had a busy day. Not particularly. I mean, I guess it's kind of normal. I did the cab work in the morning. Got back. I'm usually up early, right? So I tend to do the driving, like cab driving in the morning. Try to be back at around sort of between 12, 1 o'clock, that sort of time. And then end up falling asleep because I get up early. I don't necessarily stay up, right? So I'm usually quite an early riser, so I'll be up, do the stuff in the morning, come back, and then yeah, have my afternoon nap, and that's pretty much what I did today. Did some editing for the video, and yeah, there's some other stuff for the podcast, and yeah, now here, that's pretty much my day so far. That's pretty much my day so far. You know what I keep meaning to do, by the way? And it's been on my mind to do it. And I don't know, like, maybe I should just one day, I don't know, just finally pull my thumb on my ass and do it. But like, because I drive around a lot, like I see lots of different places, lots of different cool eating spots. So at least they look cool from the outside anyway. And I'm always thinking to myself, man, that looks like a cool place to go to. And then I never end up going, you know? So I'm like, you know what? One of these days, I really need to pull my thumb on my ass and just like go to these different spots and like maybe try, I don't know, a coffee or try a burger or whatever they sell, you know, and you know, that sort of thing. I really need to just like, yeah. Have you always been an early riser? I don't know about always, but for a while now at least, yeah. Yeah, I usually sleep for between 4 to 5 hours during the night, and another 2 to 3 hours during the day. That's how it usually would go. Most days, like 4 or 5 hours during the night, and then about 2 to 3 hours during the day, like usually afternoon, sort of like that. Not always. Sometimes I will sleep like 7-8 hours straight. You know, that does happen as well. But I say most days, yeah, it's usually like that. Yo, what up, Brax? Brax Spivvy, the place to bivvy. You should definitely do that if you are in the area and have time to do so. Yeah, indeed. I mean, because usually it's like I'm dropping something off, or maybe I'm passing by as I'm driving, I'm just looking around, and you see like a restaurant, it's like, oh, that looks like a really cool spot. And I'm thinking to myself, I should probably come back there at some point. And it's like, that's what I need to do, is like, to go back to these places. And just check them out, be like, hey man, so what you got? Maybe try and do it like a day where I just go around different spots in London, like start in the morning, and you know what I mean? It's like just travel around. You could get like a one-day travel card or something and just like go around different spots, or maybe get a cab into town and just like do like different spots in that town. But I might have to plan it out though if I'm going to do something like that. You know, plan which place I'm going to go to. That way I'm not just like, you know what I mean? You only get and start trying to decide. It's like, you end up wasting the day doing that sort of thing. Make a good vlog. Yeah. Like a mini team, like, you know what? Just trying out this burger. Trying out this new coffee spot. After I gave up the black materia to Sephiroth, Eris's words came into my dreams. She said she was the only one who could stop Sephiroth, and to do that, there was a secret here that was holy. That's why she had the white materia. Eris knew about here and what she had to do. Eris has left us great hope, but it cost her life, her future. I'm sorry, Eris. I should have figured this out sooner. You left without saying a word. It was all so sudden, I couldn't think. That's why it took so long for me to find out, but Eris, I understand now. Eris, I'll do the rest. Oh, that's so sad, man, damn. Said you, it's we. The thing Eris left for us. We gotta take care of it. Thank you, Eris. Eris's voice has already reached the planet. Just look at the glow of the white materia. But how about Holy? How come Holy isn't moving? Why? Budenhagen, something's getting in its way. Him. FYI, you are now showing as live in a subscriber sidebar. Awesome. Only took 26 minutes. It only took about 26 minutes. But hey, we got there, man. We got there. I think, to be fair though, I've noticed, well, maybe not fair, but I've noticed YouTube sometimes can do like these delays notifications, right? Where a video will go up and I'll get a notification on my phone saying this video, a new video from the channel you're subscribed to, whatever, is now live. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'll click on the to watch the video. And even though it's telling me like now that this video's live, it will say like live now, like this has just, such and such has just posted this video. It will say that, just posted. But then more time I click on the video to watch it, and I'm looking at a date and it's like a week ago or something, you know what I mean? Like 5 days ago or whatever, like sometimes a month ago. I'm like, wait a minute, that's clearly not just been posted. You know, that's clearly not just been posted. I don't know why it does that. It's cool on this end. Some more severe weather for today and tomorrow. Damn. Can you really call it severe weather though? I think at this point you need to just call it weather. You know what I mean? That's like, it's clearly that's your normal, right? That is your normal. It's not severe weather. It's just weather, right? It's just that's the day. Like thunderstorms and hurricanes and tidal waves and and tsunamis, and what else was it? Tornadoes or torpedoes and typhoons. That's just normal. That's just weather. Like you guys call like what we call a hurricane, you guys must call just a little bit windy. You know, it's just weather, right? It's just weather. It's just a day. So we've got to find Sephiroth. He's still got no clues though. This guy don't want to talk to me no more. Ish. Music changed. Oh wait, here we go. What the? Whisper. Sorry, I was a little surprised. What happened? Remember when the dueling cannon disappeared? Actually, Rufus moved it. Moved it? That big thing? Where? Why? Rufus wants to destroy Sephiroth with it. The cannon operates on huge materia, but the huge materia has already been used in the rocket plan. So since the cannon is useless right now, he decided to move it to a place where no materia. To a place where materia. No, where Mako is gathered. Okay, that's Mako's stuff that used to make materia, though, right? And where is that? So we gotta go find Rufus. Do you know what film is next for Monday? Yes, Batman. Batman, the movie. By the way, let me be clear. So if I say Batman, yeah, there's probably a few different Batman movies by now. Batman, the movie, as in Batman, the movie, starring Adam West, made, or well, at least released in 1966. I ain't know if you've seen it. But it is, yeah, it's old school classic movie. Like, honestly, in my opinion, Adam West, bar none, is the best. Well, let me not say best because I mean that's debatable. He's my favorite Batman. Adam West is my favorite Batman. And it's a film I've seen like years ago. I've not seen it for a while now. But it's been on my mind recently. And I thought, you know what? Let's do this. We tend to watch cheesy movies on the channel of the movie nights because it's fun, right? I don't think there's a movie you can get that's cheesier, camper, and just all around brilliant than Batman the movie. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Batman the movie. It's on Amazon to buy or rent, but of course you don't gotta do that if you don't want stuff. Although honestly, I recommend that you do have a copy of it if you've not seen it because it's incredible. But yeah, you don't gotta do that. Still come along and have some fun. Yeah, but at the VHS back in the day, oh nice. I agree with Adam West is the best Batman. Oh, for sure, man. I mean, look, I liked Michael Keaton as Batman. Michael Keaton for me was probably the Batman with the biggest impacts in terms of me taking more notice of Batman, right? Then of course, you know, Christian Bale was great as in his movies with the Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises. Ben Affleck was great in his movies. Robert Pattinson was great in the Batman. I really like that movie as well. So I'm not trying to knock any other Batman. They all done great as Batman, but for me, Adam West, that whole series from the show, used to watch it when they used to show the repeats of it, the movie, just how brilliantly silly and camp and cheesy and everything that movie is, and for its time as well. It was like, you know what, this, yeah. Till this day, Adam West is the only Batman to ever beat up a shark. You know what I mean? Ben Affleck never beat up no shark. Christian Bale never beat up no shark. You know? Robert Pattinson, granted he's new, he might have time. There's still time for him to beat up a shark, but as of yet he hasn't. Michael Keaton, who else? George Clooney, Val Kilmer, none of them ever beat up a shark. Adam West is the only Batman to ever beat up a shark. You can't beat that, man. You can't. It's your job to adjust the reactor's output. But yeah, I've not seen that film for so long now. I mean, I remember some bits of it. I don't remember like a lot of the story or how it ends and things like that right now. I think the last time I watched it was, oh, I mean, easily more than 10, maybe even 15 years ago at this point. It was a long time. No, maybe not that long. I think the last time I watched it, I was working. Cause I remember talking to a friend of mine about it in the place I used to work. So yeah, more than 10 years, but maybe not quite as much as 15. About Justin Reeve. Perhaps that is an idea down the line for TV Tuesday's original 120 broadcast episodes, pure camp with extra trees. Oh, indeed. Indeed. Might have to bring that one up. I used to do things with the show where like one episode would end with Batman and Robin in some predicament, like they'd be like caught up somewhere or kind of hanging somewhere, and it would end the episode like that on this cliffhanger, right? And then the next episode would start, and you know, with where they're in that predicament, and it would be like the voiceover, the narration would say something like, "What's been a week for you people, for the people for you people at home? Has only been a few moments for our heroes," you know, something like that. I don't know why things like that stick with me, but it was just brilliant though. Like, you know, because you'd have to, because back you know, you wait a week for the next episode, right? So you're like, "What's been a week for you people at home? There's only been a few moments for our heroes." And then they'll show them in the predicament, and then of course they'll get out of it, and they'll get into a fight, and they'll be punching people, and the words will come on the screen and be like, "Pow, crack, smash." Bro, Adam West punched bad guys so hard, words appeared on the screen. Christian Bale could never. Next time, next bat time, same bat channel. Yeah. All kinds of ish. But yeah, no, that Adam West 60s Batman, that's it for me. Like, I remember. And actually, you know what? I'm sure I was watching because I would have showed it, I think, in the 80s, the repeats of Batman. And I'm pretty sure I remember watching it then. So no, Michael Keaton would not have been the first time I really took note of Batman. Wouldn't have been, because I would have been watching that in the 80s, I'm sure. I think Michael Keaton, though, when that Batman in 1989 came out, because it was so different to what you'd seen of Batman before, at least for me anyway, that visually was very visually striking, you know, and especially like the tone of the what they did. It was like a, you know, kind of a darker tone, and you know, kind of thing, and it really, at least for myself as someone who wouldn't have known a whole lot about Batman at that time, well, still not really, to be fair, You know, there was definitely like a massive change and like a mind-blowing, you know, kind of thing to see what they did with the Michael Keaton 89 Batman with Michael Keaton. So yeah, I'm definitely not knocking that. It was a great movie. Probably one of my favorite movies at the time I saw it, actually. But yeah, Adam West, man, all the way Adam West. He's the only Batman to not wear bulletproof armor. Huh? How tough are you when you have to wear bulletproof armor? Come on now. Batman walked into fights with no bulletproof armor and just punched people with his bare hands. You should definitely consider getting the DVD box sets of all 3 seasons. Comes with heaps of extras. 3 hours of bonus footage. 2,897 minutes runtime. You know what? That might not be such a bad idea. Let me check something real quick. Because I was looking on Amazon Prime for the Batman series, and they said you can buy you could buy the stream, right, on Amazon, but it's like £20 per season. And here's the thing, I don't even mind that so much, but here's what I noticed how they took the piss. Yeah, there's 3 seasons of Batman, but what they've done on Amazon Prime is split the 2nd season into 2 and then charge you twice for it. So they pay £20 for the first part of season 2, and then another £20 for the second part of season 2. Except they call it season 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like there's 4 seasons. It's like, no, there's actually 3 seasons, but season 2 is just really, really long. I think I paid £30 for the whole box set, brand new. That's a good price, actually. Yeah, it looks like you got a whole DVD box set, £30 for the complete series, or £40 for the Blu-ray. You know, I might do the Blu-ray actually, because it's only £10 more, and it's still a good price at 40 quid. Yeah, we interrupt game night to look at Batman DVD and Blu-ray box sets. Over 3 hours of extras. Holy memorabilia, Batman. Season 2. PG. Oh man, yeah. 40 quid for the whole thing. I just might do that, you know. I just might. Let me add that to my wish list, actually. So, yeah, man. Ain't too bad, man. Ain't too bad. Lots of ninjas are sleeping in the 1970s. Sleeping on the 1997 Batman and Robin film, the damn cartoon, which came to life in that film. 1997. Oh, Batman and Robin. That was Val Kilmer, wasn't it? Was it the Val? Yeah, that was Val Kilmer, Batman and Robin, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Val Kilmer. And then I think George Clooney was the last Batman of that. Was it Joel Schumacher series? So I would assume you don't get any extras with Amazon Prime. No, I don't think. I mean, I didn't check, to be honest, but I don't think you do now. Which, by the way, is a piss take as well, because like you could easily do it. You know what I mean? Like Disney do it. Like Disney literally have like if you go to the movie page, they'd have a tab that says extras, and it you like behind the scenes or outtakes and things like that from the movie. So it's not a hard thing to do, you know. It's clearly not a hard thing to do to have the extras available to stream as well. But for some reason, Amazon don't do that. Like, piss take, man. Or at least I don't think they do anyway. So Kiss from a Rose was in that. So yeah, that was probably one of his biggest songs as well. I think that was one of his biggest hits. That was a good song though. What was the quote? I think it's from the first movie actually. It was something about something could be deadly. Yeah, mistletoe could be deadly if you eat it, but a kiss could be even deadlier if you mean it. I think that's from the first movie. It might have been the second one, but it's I think it's pretty. I'm sure it was one of the Michael Keaton ones though. What did you prefer, Kiss from a Rose or Crazy? Crazy. I'm trying to remember Crazy actually. That was another Seal song, wasn't it? We're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. I don't know actually which I prefer. I mean, they're both good songs. I mean, I've probably heard Kiss from a Rose more, but then that's a big part of that is because it was such a massive hit, especially with, you know, being attached to Batman as well, and that's probably slightly more popular, I'd imagine. But Crazy, of course, is still a pretty big hit too. I don't know which one I prefer. I mean, I've probably have to listen to them both again side by side and try and decide that way. But I mean, they're both good songs from what I can remember. Crazy probably has a message that's maybe a bit more relevant today. I think the idea of you know, getting a little crazy just to kind of survive, because I do feel like that sometimes. Sometimes, in order to get through things, sometimes you just gotta be a little bit crazy, you know. And I think as a creative as well, you're constantly looking at like things that don't exist and trying to manifest them, and you have to first think to yourself that this is even a good idea, right? And it's like, yeah, you need to be a little crazy sometimes. So yeah, I feel that. So I might say Crazy for now. I think for now I'm going to say Crazy, but yeah, I'm probably going to have to listen to them both again and maybe decide that way. I think so, yep. Gotham came to life. The only I don't like is how they made my nigga Bane's characteristics traits. His outer appearance was on point, but his character was like a zombie. Okay. Yeah, because Bane's supposed to be like smarter in the comics, I believe. I mean, that's based on what people have told me. I've not really read Batman comics a whole lot to know for sure, but the Sister Ray. Alright, so I guess we're gonna find these bozos. Since they moved the cannon. Didn't tell us where they moved it to though, so I don't guess we look around or whatever. Well, which song did you prefer between Crazy and Kiss My Rose? Question for everybody. And we're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy. Ugh, flipping out, man. or whichever Seal songs you think are great. Actually, I think it was in the Batman Forever. Okay, well. I'll probably go Kiss My Rails, but Crazy does feel more relevant, to be honest. Yeah. Speaking of songs, actually, so do you guys use a music streaming platform like Spotify or Apple Music or any of the others? Because at the moment, I use YouTube Music for streaming. And the reason I use YouTube Music for streaming is because it's $11.99 a month. It's £12 a month. Oh, wait. What's going on here? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, monsters emerged from the ocean. Oh, don't make me fight this guy now. I ain't saved yet. I haven't saved. What's wrong? It's a strange signal. But yeah, so it's £12 a month, and I get to watch YouTube ad-free while still supporting, you know, content creators and that. And I've got the YouTube Music app with it as well. And because I'm on YouTube a lot, I feel like that's a pretty good deal. So I know it's a little bit more expensive than Spotify's and other things, but for me, it's a pretty good deal because you get the YouTube with it ad-free. But the thing is that there's issues with the YouTube Music app. Well, not issues, but more nitpicks. Like, I don't know if it's a nitpick. No, it's more than a nitpick, but not quite an issue. Let me say what I'm talking about. It might make more sense. I tend to listen to a lot of podcasts these days, and YouTube Music currently doesn't support podcasts. Now, apparently they plan on bringing it in at some point, but there's no date or time frame of when that's due to happen. But it's something that I believe they are working on. It's just I don't know when it's going to be. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if podcasts aren't unavailable on the app by the end of the year, I feel like I seriously want to consider just switching to something else and just put up with the ads on YouTube, you know. But what do you guys think? Do you think things like Spotify is a good option, or I'm not even really considering Apple Music, to be honest with you. So like maybe Spotify, or what's the other one? Amazon Music, or and then just watching YouTube with the ads on it. Because I ain't gonna pay for two things, that's for sure. I ain't paying for like YouTube and something. No, it'd be one or something else. But anything else I choose means I'm watching YouTube with ads, and I don't particularly look forward to that. But at the same time, yeah, it's kind of a frustrating thing when this, because how it is now, I go to Spotify for my podcasts, and it's not a major problem. Like, I can listen to stuff on Spotify, and I could go back to YouTube Music to listen to music, and it's not a major. There's really first world problems I'm talking about. I realize that, but at the same time, I would prefer everything on just one app where I can listen to my podcast, I can listen to music, and ideally it'd be on YouTube, because then I could keep the ad-free stuff on YouTube as well. But yeah, it's just that frustrating thing that they don't do, where I have to switch out and go to another app. And I know it's not a big deal. It's literally one moving across on my phone. I understand that. I'm not trying to make like this is the world's biggest I get that. At the same time, it's just a frustration that you have when it's like I'd rather everything be in one place and it's not. But yeah. All right, let me catch up with the chat before I continue with this game. Yeah, the trait he should have had was portrayed in the Bane in 2012 Batman film, and he didn't even look like the character. Looks like he was from the Mad Max Fury. Mad Max Fury Road. Oh, that was the Tom Hardy Bane, wasn't it? Yeah. What a beautiful voice. Is it not up and running yet? As I've noticed, podcast tabs show up. Oh wait, you've got podcasts on your YouTube Music app? Because I do not. Like, I believe they are planning on doing podcasts, but yeah, I'm looking right now. I do not have podcast tab on my music app. Okay, so maybe it's here, but it's just not rolled out to everybody yet. Okay, in that case, it may not even be a thing. It may be coming sooner than I think. Okay. I subscribe to any music service, although I did previously download music from the iTunes store, but haven't done that for a while now. I usually stream music with ads on YT. Okay. If I did, I would use YouTube Premium, as I use it a lot. I like to show support for creators. But that's kind of my reason as well. Like, I'm on YouTube so much, it kind of makes sense for me to be like, okay, let me not have the ads but still support the creators, and then you get this music app with it as well, because it's all together with it, right? So it kind of like makes sense to just have that rather than trying to get with Spotify or whatever else. Okay, so maybe these podcasts are coming then. That's cool. I mean, I know they're coming, but maybe they're coming sooner than rather than later, and that's cool. On some YouTube channels, you can see podcast tabs. Oh, you mean on the channels? All right. I see. Not the. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. So on the I think on the if you go to YouTube on like the browser, yeah, some channel I know. Well, should have it. Let me see here. Just follow a few YouTube channels that streams music, but I don't download any music stream apps. Yeah, at least. Okay, no, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I the thing about streaming music, I know it's kind of a controversial thing in the music world, because apparently artists don't get a fair shake, a fair cut of the royalties when it comes to streaming, and that sucks. But streaming music is so much more convenient, especially when it's like, you're in the gym, you're in your car, you can just like plug in your phone and it's there, right? Or hook up your phone to Bluetooth and it's there. That being said, I am very conscious about the fact that it doesn't support artists very well, so I do try to buy physical media when I can, and especially when it comes to independent artists. Not only, but especially when it comes to independent artists. If they have things like vinyl, then I look to get that, because I like to collect vinyl these days. But yeah, I do think that as great as stream music is, yeah, I do think it's important to be somewhat conscious of certain things that, yeah, it doesn't support the artist very well. And if you can do things like buy merchandise, or stuff like that, something that just directly helps the artist a bit better. I know not everybody can do it, so I'm not trying to say that, but if you can, then I think you should. Something that grinds my gears about downloading music is when they change the songs to some other version, like acoustic. Oh, yeah. Also, I had some music just removed from my library in the past. I would assume to licensing and some other. Yeah, you know, that happens, like, or an artist which they would change the version of a song. That's happened, I think, a couple of times in the last maybe year or so, where an artist has changed the song. But fair, it was only a slight change, but it still a change nonetheless. And then the original version is just gone. You know, you could find it on some unofficial platform maybe, but as far as any official streaming means go, it's gone, and it's like that kind of sucks, really. But that's the thing about, I think, digital or online media in general. You know, it only exists for as long as the publisher wants it to exist, and that kind of sucks when, like you say, like if you listen to a song on whatever platform, and then they decide, well, we're just going to take these songs out now because we, whatever reason, it's licensing or whatever, and now there's no access to it unless you actually did buy it on CD or whatever else. You just have no access to it, and that sucks, because it does. Because streaming, I feel like it should. Well, I think it shouldn't, but it does in a lot of cases. Replace buying physical media. Like, I don't buy every song that I stream, you know, because I don't you know, I don't like them all that much. But it can, and in a lot of cases does replace physical media. So if they change the song, I don't even have a problem with them changing the song. It's more so much that they change it and then the original version is gone. If they changed it and you just had two different versions available, cool, right? You can listen to both, awesome, right? Because artists do new versions of songs all the time anyway, and that's fine. When each version is available, cool. But when the old version is just gone, and it's like, wait a minute, that sucks, man. Also, I had some music just. Oh wait, I fully agree with you. That's why I prefer physical media when it comes to my favorite visual and audio content. Indeed. There's a convenience when it comes to digital streaming, but there's just certain things about it that, yeah, certain things about it that just don't sit well with me. Don't you worry none. Why is Case speaking like that all of a sudden? That's how Barrett speaks. Don't you worry none. Well, not quite Barrett, but still. Yo, Sam. Sam B in the place to be. How is ye? Good, you. I'm doing alright, Sam. I'm doing alright. We're just talking about streaming platforms and how they can be great, but also frustrating. But how's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. And can't complain. Awesome. Are they arguing while a monster is on its way to Midgar? That's it. We'll beat Weapon ourselves, or would we now? How would I know? Well, that's no reason for us not to let him go. You mad? How would I know, bruh? Fight weapon, come on, let's move. Alright, you know, I need to, bro, I ain't fighting nobody without saving. But yeah, that's kind of like the issue I have with digital media and online media, because like I said, there is a convenience to it. There's, I like that, right? Who doesn't like convenience? But that convenience comes at a cost. Like, if they decide to take something down or change something, what can you do? Like, there's nothing you can do about it. If you had an attachment with the old version that you want to play, it's like you can't play that no more. Like, I feel like as we do get more and more online and content becomes more and more digitized, I do think that there should be some kind of preservation law. You know what I mean? Some kind of preservation law where anything that has been released into the public, it has to be preserved somewhere. There has to be somewhere where you could always find it. You know? It can't just be gone. Like, even if it's not on, even if, for example, the publishers don't want it on their main platforms, but there has to be somewhere where you can find it. There always has to be somewhere where it can be accessed. You know, I feel like that needs to be part, some kind of preservation law, because it's art, it's history, it's a part of our culture, for better or worse. And even though they might have changed this or changed that, or maybe they didn't like this, the fact that it was released and people experienced it makes it a part of human history. And to just like take it away and then give you no access to it and only access to a different version which you may not resonate with, I just think that's kind of lame, to be honest with you. And I get why they do it, but at the same time I feel like at the very least there needs to be some kind of preservation law that says, okay, you can change this if you want to, you can take it off your own platforms if you want to, but it always has to be somewhere where people can access this if they want to do that. And I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, I know I haven't thought of that because of course these things cost money and it has to be paid for somehow. But I feel like that somehow some of that needs to be done. Some kind of art preservation law, digital art preservation law. I don't hate streaming. I get all my music for free, but sometimes a $15.99 monthly sub can feel expensive when I don't download enough. But it's there, I suppose. $15.99. I guess that's a family plan, right? Hopefully that's not just for you. $15.99 sounds expensive. It's just one person. But I guess that's a family plan for like 4 or 5 people or something. Dude, you gotta check out and play Gauntlet Legends and Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Okay, what kind of games are they? Gauntlet Legends, Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Alright, let's go fight this thingy. Thing on its way to Midgar. Hey, what are you trying to do? Break the high wind. Let's fire on the ground. Wait, I have to wait till he gets the... Yo, this thing's slow though. Oh, I'm going to fight these guys. Yeah, those are fancy adventure games. Okay. Both me and Elliot have it on our phones. Oh, I see. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, like this convenience of streaming is, at least for now, unbeatable. Like just the fact that, yeah, like I was saying before, I could be in my car, got my phone on my Bluetooth, I can listen to whatever, you know, new artist drops a new album, I can just listen to it, you know, I'm in the gym, I can listen to it, it's just straight, it's gone, and it is done, you know, and I can stream it multiple times, especially if I'm like doing cab work. I tend to like put an album on repeat and just let it play multiple times over and over again, to try and listen to it that way, because you don't usually get to, you know, absorb everything on the first listen if you're driving at the same time. So hopefully that means the artist gets a little bit more cash out of my multiple streams than they would if I just did it once. But yeah, it just sucks that it's more the behind the scenes stuff when things don't go quite according to how you'd like them to, and it's like, okay, so now we're just gonna deal with it. It's like there's just no other option. Speed this thing up because the man's slow, you know. Oh, don't be fighting nobody. Yeah, a lot of times I intend to download, then I forget. So is yours, you have to download it? Like, there's no stream option or something, or? Alright, here we go. Gotta take on this dude now. Just gonna throw a whole bunch of summons at this guy. Bruh, man just stepped on me, you know. Gotta make sure my health don't get too low though. Only 600. Liam's going out to buy the CDs though, getting home, putting it on and following the lyrics in the CD cover. Yeah, good times, man. We used to go to like HMV and that, Tower Records. Who remembers Tower Records? Or R Price? That's old school. You used to like sift through all the stuff. Get home, you put it on. Yeah, looking for the song lyrics and the production notes. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Oh, he gave me health. All right, I'll take it. it's different times now, man. Different times. Speaking of digital stuff, though, do you guys have any thoughts on AI and the new kind of like AI technologies that have come out in recent months? So I definitely have a few thoughts on those things, but yeah. This guy's giving me health though. I like this guy. I don't know enough about it, but my thoughts are still telling it will happen. You know what? Oh, what's he doing now? Oh, he's just biding his time. Yo. Did he just... Yo, what did he just do to me? I can't use my magic? I can't use my... What did he do to me? Took off like all my health, and I can't use magic to put myself back up. Like, nah, it's gonna be over if I can't do nothing. Oh, okay. Which potion do I use? Antidote. What's for it's silence. I don't know what I use for silence. Oh, shoot. Okay, I know I've got Phoenix down. Oh, this is over. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this ain't gonna last much longer. Okay, we try Phoenix down again. Oh, flipping out. Alright, potion. Oh, flipping out, man. Oh, come on. Shoot. Just stepped on me, you know. can I... This is not going so well. This is not going so well at all. But he's giving me health though. Bruh. Just throwing Phoenix Downs at this guy. Come on. Okay. Ah, flipping out. Magic. Okay. You're free. Oh, whose go is it? Okay. Magic. Kill free. Oof. No, I can't use escape. Magic. No. Attack. There. Item. High potion. Limit. Oh, wait. Magic. Asuna. And cure that. What are we doing? Okay. Demi. Can I use Demi on this guy? I don't know. Magic. Cure free. Oh, man, I'm running low. Item. High potion. Over here. No, wait, no, I've got summon. Okay. No, Shiva. Oof. Oof, got my cells back up, but for how long? For how long? I'm not even all the way up. I still... Yeah, Luckily does that thing where he gives me health, but... Oh, I've got to summon. Titan. Oh, I can't use Demi on this guy. Okay, so stop using Demi. Let's see if Ice does anything. See if Fire does anything. Okay, Ice does something. Cool. So I can go big with the Ice. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Oh, I did it. Ooh. Oh, mate, by the skin of my teeth. But I don't think I beat him. I think I just beat him down and he gave up. He's still there. Is he retreating, I guess? Oh, man. Look at these cutscenes, though. What's wrong? You're blowing us off. Hey, don't complain. Appreciate that, Sam. something, yeah. It senses murder. Let's go back to the high wind. No. Let's hurry out of here. Something big, I'm talking really big, is coming. Uh-oh. President preparations for Sister Ray are now underway. Anytime is fine. Fire. Oh, they're gonna do it. But yeah, I mean, the thing with AI, as I've been reading about it, as it's, it's been in the news a lot, I'm not gonna claim to understand everything there is, but it does seem that it's either at or very close to being at a point where it can do some really advanced stuff. And here's the thing though, like, and I've seen some of the stuff that it can do, like generating images, writing poems or songs or things like that, and it's all cool, it's really all cool stuff, right? But here's the thing, I don't believe it will ever be possible to replace a human with an automated machine. Like, I don't think it's ever possible to do that, because we're just way too nuanced and everything else. That being said, I feel like the deciding factor won't really be about replacing, whether or not it can replace people, and more to do with whether or not it can do the task adequately enough. Because I think fundamentally what we're going to have to do is choose between convenience and nuance. Like, there's always the little nuances that humans can do that make a situation great or go from ordinary to brilliant. The reason why you go to one shop versus another shop, even though the shop you go to is further away and even more expensive at times. The reason why you go to this place instead of that place. There's always these nuances and human connections that you just cannot replace with a robot. But ultimately, I feel like the real deciding factor is how much of that are we willing to give up in order to have convenience. Because if you could replace tasks, I think you can theoretically replace most, if not all, tasks that we do with AI, then how much nuance are we willing to give up for the sake of convenience? For the sake of having things done maybe quicker or at a time of your choosing, or things like that, without having to explain things or discuss that, or have everything done your way and never having to discuss ideas, and just for the sake of that convenience, and possibly cheaper as well. How much nuance are we willing to give up? I think that's really what the question is going to be. That's going to be asked. But then the next question, I think, or the next potential problem, I think, is that if you can and do start to replace human tasks with AI, what do we do? What do we do? There's some 8 billion people in the world and growing. We all need to live. We all need to eat. Most of us need to work. But if everything is being replaced by AI, then what do we do? Like, where are we supposed to go to earn money to pay for the things that we're supposed to have? So I don't know, man. It could be interesting. It could be frightening. It could be brilliant. It could be the best thing ever. It could be the worst thing ever. But I do think that AI at its current state and what it could potentially do in maybe not even the near distant futures, that I think people are really going to have to think about what it is, to what it means to be in society, and how much does things like money even play a factor in the things that we do and the things that we get and things like that, because it's been such a driving factor for so long. But if you replace everybody's job with a robot, who's buying stuff, right? You can't be rich if there's nobody to buy your product, right? So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. There's something amusing about listening To you men game. Hey, this is serious talk right now when we get into games. Listen, all the AI stuff, that's playtime. When we're talking about games, that's the serious stuff. I personally feel it's convenient, but I think it's detrimental to humanity. Say you're an older person and your only conversation are the drivers that take you places or the person that serves you, right? You know, it's things like that, right? It's things like that. It's like, for example, I know that as a cab driver, right? There's things that I do that cannot be replaced by AI or automated, you know, self-driving cars. At least not currently, anyway. Maybe in a real distant future, but currently there's things that I do that cannot be replaced by, you know, AI. That being said, how much of that do people care? Like, for example, if somebody's offered 2 cab rides, right, to go to a place, one of them is say £50 and one of them is £30. Like, so to book me it's £50 to have a human driver, or you could pay £30 and you get the automated driver. You know, now you might even know that, okay, yeah, the human driver, we can have a good conversation, he could maybe help me with my bags, you know, he can help me take the stuff, you know, things like that. You know that there's all the sorts of things that I can do that the AI can't do. But when it's like £20 difference, how much are you willing to give up? You know what I mean? How much are you willing to say, do I really need to chat? Do I really, I carry my own bags? You know, how much? Right, and I feel like that's you know, a fair question to ask when it comes to these sorts of things. It sucks for me, right? But ultimately, it's like that could be a future. That's a possible future. I mean, that's not a future I particularly want to see. Let me be clear on that fact, but it's not going to be up to me, right? So, I don't know. I mean, it's very easy to get doom and gloom. It might not be that bad when it's all said and done. And of course, when one door closes, another door opens, right? But the other question is, like, people talk about creating jobs, like when, you know, the whole AI thing creating jobs, which it probably would do. But the next question is, who is it creating jobs for? Because if you're like, say, 20 years old, 21 years old, just leaving uni, the jobs that are being created are probably ripe for you, right? All those new jobs coming up are probably could be ripe for you if you're like, say, early 20s, mid 20s. But if you're, say, 40, 45 or older, you know, I mean, you could probably still do those jobs, right? But let's be honest, like, who's employing a 45-year-old when a 20-year-old is available? You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. Who's doing that? So yeah, it could create new jobs, but who are these jobs for? And where the old jobs go and the new jobs go to other people? Yeah. You know, the person that you might be there. All day. That's this price. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. But it's mad, some of the stuff I was reading about AI though. Like, apparently there's an AI program that was able to teach itself a language. Like, it was programmed with English, and they gave it a few prompts in, I think it was Hindi. They said no, Bengali. Sorry, Bengali. So it wasn't programmed to understand Bengali, but it gave it a few prompts in Bengali, and from that it was able to teach itself Bengali. That is mad. That is mad. It was able to teach itself a whole language, bruh. Future's gonna be wild, that's for sure. Print out e-ticket. These days it's becoming a lot more difficult for people without smartphones to attend certain events. What about elderly people who don't have smartphones? You're right. Do you have to print out tickets though? I never print out tickets. Suppose I haven't been to many events, so yeah. But yeah, but a lot of them have like the, you know, the QR code that they scan on your phone. But yeah, like you say, not everybody has a smartphone or can operate a smartphone that well. I had a recent issue where I was calling a pension company. So I have a pension from a place I used to work. It's a dormant pension now, but I was trying to get it moved to where I do another company where I do my pensions. And I had to call up the old company, and they said that I need to fill out this form that they'll send me. And I asked, they said they're going to email it to me, and I said to them, is it something that I have to print out, or can I fill it out and email it back? And said, no, you have to print it out because it needs to be signed. So I said, okay, in that case, can you mail it to me because I don't have a printer? He said, okay. It'll take a bit longer, but he said, okay. So I said, cool, thank you. Anyway, get off the phone. A little while later, I get an email with all the forms and stuff like that. And at first I thought, okay, maybe they're going to email it and send it in the post. Weeks and weeks go by, nothing in the post. Nothing in the post. Now, I was able to go to a library and print it out there and, you know, fill out the forms and send it back. But yeah, again, not everybody has access to that. Not everybody, depending on where you live, you might not have a library nearby or whatever. It might be a hassle to get all the way into town to print things out and come, you know what I mean? It's, so yeah. Computers can't replace everything. But it's annoying when you ask them to mail you something because you don't have a printer. Literally says that I don't have a printer. Can you mail it to me? And he says, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. And then they don't. That's annoying. Oof. Oh, they get it. We weaken it though, so. I refuse to buy a printer, and there's less libraries these days. To be honest, I feel like I used to have a printer, but it's. I mean, unless you print out on a regular basis, it's really not worth having one. You know, like, because you know, you gotta replace the ink when it runs out. You gotta do all that stuff, and it's kind of annoying. And I mean, if you print on a relatively regular basis, then fine, it makes sense. But if you're not, like, most of us don't print out that often to have to buy a printer. Like, for the amount of times I need to print, I'm okay to go to like a library or whatever and do it there. And again, it's not like I'm going all the time. But yeah, it's not. I feel like it's not worth having a printer unless you're somebody who needs to print stuff out on a pretty regular basis. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, just like go to a print shop. They could do it better there anyway, especially if you're printing photos. You know, if you want to print a photo out, they can just do it nice, do it like proper print photo paper, shape it up all nice for you and all that. But yeah, libraries are almost a thing of the past. The crates were on the northern boundary. Oh, that's where we were before. We couldn't get through because of the force field thingy. Oh, I guess it's open now though. Weapon's been defeated. The barrier has disappeared. The mass of high density energy is heading towards Midgar. Weapons attacking, run for your lives. But is Marlene gonna be safe though? Everyone else is gonna die, but Marlene might, as long as Marlene's safe, we're good. Marlene and Eris's mom. Let's go see what happened to it. Yeah, first let me go put my health out because bruh. It's a shame though, and I know we have Google, but even Google isn't always reliable. Right. Google be wild sometimes though. Thank you for a job well done. When I hear the name Marlene, I automatically think of Only Fools and Horses. Oh yeah, it was Boise's wife, wasn't it? Marlene. I remember that. Yeah, yeah. Marlene. Oh man, Only Fools and Horses was the show back in the day, wasn't it? That was the show back in the day, like, bruh. And when they ended it the first time, not all those specials and one else they kept bringing it back with. No, no, no. I bun that. But when they ended it the first time, the very last words that Del Boy said as they're walking off into the sunset, Del Boy, Rodney, and Granddad walking up into Uncle Albert, excuse me, walking off into the sunset. And he's saying this time next year we'll be billionaires, right? That was such a perfect ending to that show. That was such a perfect ending to that show. They should have never touched it again after that. Like all these, they brought it back and now they're doing this and they're back in the flat and all these one-offs. They should have never brought it back. They should just ended it there and left it alone. It was such a perfect ending. Like, literally, I remember watching that and standing up like, it was like standing ovation, you know what I mean? I don't care that I'm watching it on TV, whatever. It's like, I was standing, clapping. It was such a perfect ending. And when they, and it's not even that the stuff they brought back wasn't funny. It was fine. It was just like, it ruins the ending. There was no need for it. Granted, they had a few good jokes in that, but it just, nah, they should have left it alone. They should just, I mean, the play, fine, but as far as TV or whatever goes, they should just left it alone. People seem to be dumber these days. Well, yeah. Like Idiocracy. You ever see that movie? Great review. It's like with Neighbors, it had the perfect ending, and now it's just right. And that's the thing. It's like, even if it's what they bring, even if what they do next is fantastic and amazing and blah blah blah, it's just the fact that it ruins the ending. It takes away that ending. You know. That's the issue I have with these things. Is like it takes away such a great ending. Sephiroth's energy barrier is gone. Can the airship get inside? Huh? He's my pilot, ain't he? Of course he can go anywhere. Any show you would want to return? Any show I'd want to return? Ooh. I mean, I guess you could probably bring back any kind of show, really. But I feel like if you're going to bring back a show, don't bring it back with the same actors. You know, once it's been gone or officially just kind of ended, like if it's been gone for a while, right? Either don't bring it back with the same actors, or if you are going to bring back the same actors, do it in like a completely different kind of way, so there's a clear separation from what they did originally to what they're doing now. So for example, Roseanne, when that ended, right, and when they brought it back, they called it like The Connors or something like that, and it was kind of just it was same actors but a different era, different thing, you know, different. They do it's clear that it's two different shows, even though it's the same actors and they're related, right? So I feel like there are ways you can do it and it's not so bad, but if you're going to bring it back with the same actors and it's just the same shows before, yeah, yeah. But let's see, a show that I would like to see return. I don't know. I mean, I want to say Bottom, but that's not going to happen. Definitely not with the same actors anyway. Not with the same act. Maybe one of the original actors, but I think the other one might be a little bit busy right now. Might be a little bit preoccupied. Like that family member of mine. Well, some people are, as Belgian Dan would say, interesting. Most cool stuff doesn't need a remake. They have new day versions of Nightcore, and you gotta bring some that OG cast. I think the problem with bringing back the old cast is like I say, if you're gonna do something where it's different and there's a clear difference, then I feel like it's not so bad. But if, for example, imagine they bring Friends back now with the same cast and they're just doing the same thing as they did, you know, 10, 15 years ago when it ended. It'd be kind of lame, right? You know what I mean? It'd be kind of lame if you just bring it back just to the same kind of jokes. Because Friends existed at a time where it was like, okay, you know, 6 friends, most of them are single, all living in New York, and there's kind of mid-20s to sort of early 30s adventures, right? And it kind of exists at that time as this thing. These guys are like in their 50s, maybe pushing 60s now. If you bring it back and have the exact same dynamic, you know, 6 friends living in New York, most of them single, and they're doing the same jokes. It's just not quite, yeah. So I feel like if you're gonna bring something like Friends back with the old cast, it can be done, but yeah, you'd have to make sure there's a clear separation. Like maybe call it Old Friends, for example. Like just don't even give it the same name. Call it Old Friends. In fact, that might be not a bad idea actually. That might not be a bad idea. Bring back Friends with the same cast, but call it Old Friends. That way, there's a very clear separation from the original show to what they're doing now, and it doesn't have to follow the same kind of dynamic because, you know, they're in different places in their lives. They're not necessarily living in New York. They may be trying to sort this out or figure this out. You know, you don't have the exact. You could have different jokes, different style of humor. You know, and just have like a whole different thing with it. So I don't know. I think you might just come up with a really good idea. Old Friends sound good, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Because these guys would be. I think they're in their 40s. Sorry, their 50s to 60s. I think by now. The only thing is that Gunther passed away some years back, so he won't be there, and that's a shame. But yeah, I think where the way Friends ended, like, you know, Joey moved to Los Angeles. I think Monica and Chandler I think they were supposed to move somewhere else as well, and they were living next door to Janice. But yeah, they've all kind of moved on at the end of Friends. So like, I mean, it kind of felt like there's still a story there to be told, but yeah, they're just in different places in their lives, and I think that's something that could be explored. But yeah, don't give it the same name. Probably won't be New York. You know, different setting, different era. I felt that could work when it's very clear separation between the previous show and the old show. She's a brain tester because I don't know what's going on there. I think ignorance, though, it's just one of these things where it's like there's it's astounding that some people can just be so oblivious to certain things, and even when they're shown how they're wrong or what their opinion, you know, holds no merit or whatever, they just kind of, a lot of times, it just seems to hold so dearly to this idea that no, I'm right, and it's like, you're clearly not. You're clearly not. I'm gonna make a guess, by the way, Sam, and you can let me know if I'm right or wrong. But the family you were telling me about, I'm guessing they don't speak a word of Spanish, or maybe hola, and that's it. But okay, maybe they speak a word of Spanish. Okay, I'm guessing they speak next to no Spanish outside of maybe a few words of greetings and things like that. A lot of things can't be brought back because shows and films can't be as raw like back in the day. Too many bitch ass nowadays. You know what? I think that's kind of an, honestly, I feel that's kind of an unfair thing to say, Brax, and I'll tell you why. Because like, culture changes so much over the years, right? And to be honest, if you brought back a show like, for example, Bottom, and you did it exactly like how Bottom was back in there. Bottom, by the way, was out there. If you want to talk about shows being raw, Bottom was out there. But this is like early mid-90s show on British TV. Now back then when I was watching it, it was funny. It was like one of my favorite, if you know, maybe even my favorite show at the time. Like, I loved that show, and even going back and watching some of the old episodes now, it's still funny to me. But the truth is, if you made a brand new show and did the exact same thing, it wouldn't work. It would not be funny, because it's not that time anymore. You know, you can watch old shows and find them funny because you know they were made at the time, and you get the references and the humor and the style and everything that was going on at the time. The fact is, we're just not living in those times anymore, and it's not, you know, people are weak or people are dead. It's just different. You know, it's just different. So like, I feel like, yeah, you could bring that shows, but of course you're gonna have to do it differently. You know, so much has changed in, you know, for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. If you're doing like Airplane, for example, I'm sure you guys have seen Airplane. You watched that, if you watched it back in the day, you probably laughed your head off. And if you watch it now, you know, you could probably laugh your head off as well, because you were there at that time. But if you just made like a brand new movie and did those style of jokes today, it wouldn't be funny, because it's kind of like the references would be off. You know what I mean? The references be off. Everything's kind of, you can still make jokes that are out there. I'm not saying you can't do like raw. You can still do that, but you can't do, or rather, you shouldn't be doing those same jokes that were raw back in the day, because it just wouldn't be funny anymore. You know, so yeah, I don't think it's about people being bitch asses and stuff. It's just different. We're just in a different time. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because as a creative, it means that you now have to think about different ways to be funny. You know, if you rely on the exact same styles from 30 years ago, nothing progresses. So the fact that culture changes, society changes, people change, people's opinions change, people's viewpoints change, people see things differently, that all changes over the 20, 30 years, you know, because we were kids like 30, 40 years ago, right? You know, kids today weren't even born then. Of course they're going to see things differently. You know, the 20-year-olds of now, they weren't around back when Airplane came out. Of course they're going to see things differently. They didn't grow up in that world. You know, we did, right? But so if you're making movies now for the audiences of today, of course it's going to be different because it has to make the references that they understand. So you can still be out there, you can still push boundaries, you can still do all of that. You're just not doing it the same way as Airplane did it, or you know, any of the was it like Naked Gun, you know, all them old school comedies like that, you know, or Bottom. You're just not doing it in that way anymore because that existed at that time. And those jokes works because they existed in that time. Plus this ugly naked guy. Would you do it, Ben? If you I mean, you probably actually have to be on camera and be naked, because ugly naked guy never actually got shown on TV. But these days, TVs, you know, they definitely show a lot more on TV now than they did back in the day, right? So I think if they did Old Friends and they brought it back, you have to actually be naked on screen. So you can't get away with like hiding behind the curtain anymore. Like, no, you're gonna have to have everything out on display for the world to see. So you set up for that role, Ben? Now I thought that was shot. Because that basketball rolled the neighbor's front yard. They said the guy made a threat saying, "I'm gonna delete you." You know, I heard about that. That's crazy, man. Like, how many people have been shot in the past sort of week or so over, like, you know, an accident, or, you know, I heard like some girls got shot because they backed into the wrong driveway or something, and of course Ralph Yarl got shot over knocking on the wrong door, ringing the wrong doorbell. Like, how many people get shot? Because that's crazy, bro. I know, yo, what up, Belgian Dan? Belgian Dan, the man. I know, I haven't seen her in years. Oh wait, yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Don't count me out. I've not haven't seen her in years. Chat briefly, time to time on FB, but she is one of those who probably moved to Spain for the tan. I say, I'm working on my tan. Working on my tan. Depends on where they point their poking device. Well, he can cover his bits by standing behind the counter on the fence. Heck, it can go. I've lost Austin Powers. Nah, we want to see it, Ben. You know, no covering up. No playful covers behind. No. We want to see it all of it. Yeah, too much of care percentage being taken seriously. Time change. Yeah, still it's more mofos being pacified because of whatever. Yeah, well, I don't think that's the case, but okay. I think it's just a lot of different things that happen, you know? Like, for example, like, there's far more people in the world right now than there was back in 1980. Like, literally, there are far more people in the world right now. So the idea that everything's going to stay the same, of course it isn't. You know, there's more people. Like, literally, there's significantly more. If you look up the world population in 1980, I think it was somewhere around 4 billion, like 3 or 4 billion. Now it's like 8 billion. So yeah, we doubled, you know, we doubled the world population in the last 30, 40 years or so. So of course things can't be the same. There's more mouths to feed now. There's more ways in which people need to come up with in order to feed those mouths. There's more experiences being had. And when that happens, people see things differently. You know, people look at things and say, hey, wait a minute, why does this have to be this way? You know, when there's another way. Because there's more minds now. Belgian Dan the man. There's no saying though. When times change, the smart people change with them. I tend to be more sensitive, and one of the issues is intention versus hidden intentions. Intention versus hidden intentions. What do you mean, like people get passive aggressive? I mean, there's always going to be people who don't understand things, right? And there's always going to be people who are annoying or think too highly of themselves to the point of arrogance or you know, things like that. I think the real question you got to ask yourself is how much of that matters to you? You know, like if somebody's like overly sensitive, right? How much of that actually matters to you? Like, how does that stop you from going about your day? In fact, if it's somebody who's in your life on a regular basis, I guess the real question would be, how do you use that to your advantage? I don't mean take advantage of people in a bad way, by the way, but in terms of like, okay, well, if you know this person is that way, how do you use that to make sure that you are able to do the things that you want in the way that you want to do them? I think sometimes we get too focused on complaining that things aren't the way we want them to be. And the truth is, things are never going to be the way you want them to be. It's just not possible. It's not possible. Like, again, billions of people in the world right now, everybody has their own ideas. Things are never going to be the exact way that you want them to be. So rather than being like, oh, this person's too this person's too that, this person, that's a lot of complaining. It'd be, okay, well, I know this person's this way. How do I navigate this situation? Because there's something that I'm trying to do, you know? I have a friend who says, when you complain, you remain. And I 100% believe that. When you complain, you remain. Because you could complain about people being this and that and the two this and two that. You could complain about it, but what does that do for you? Like, well, how does that benefit you? Because they're not going to change. They're going to stay the way they are for as long as they want to stay that way. If they do change, not certainly because you complained about them. They're going to stay that way. So how's complaining about somebody else's perception or viewpoints or feelings or whatever, how does that benefit you? It doesn't. It literally just keeps you where you are. So the real question is, how do I handle the situation? Man, children should be seen more. Blazing Saddles, don't be a menace. High school high needs to be shown in every fair, so I need a mandatory day of offending mofos. Then I get times change and we have to move with the times, and I'm pretty chill most, but these days people literally cry over spilled milk. Well, you got two choices. Either keep spilling milk and let them cry, or don't spill the milk. Which one gets you what you want? Nothing phases me regarding remarks, really. Nothing. Nothing. Really? Everybody has their point. Everybody has their point. Your point might be different from other people's points. Maybe it's higher, maybe it's lower. Everybody has their point. Well, I agree with you. Sometimes you can't beat a good moan. there's another saying: feel it for 5, then say bye-bye. Which just say, hey, let yourself feel it, but then move on. Let yourself feel it for a little bit, but then move on. The last pressure point was being called a liar. Liar. Well, if you're okay with telling that story, please do. But if you'd rather not, it's okay. It's okay. Character's output is increasing all by itself. Wait a minute, that's not wise. It must cool for 3 hours or it won't work. Reeve, shut off the machine. We can't do that. It's inoperable. Someone has switched the machine over to mainframe operation. Oh, it's well, I mean, it was supposed to run on huge materia, and they switched it over to some other source power, and now it's not working as they thought. They brought this on themselves. That's why you did it. Do your camera fade in, fade out when you red sounds come in. About loving the good mode. You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm thinking. Yeah, I missed that. Shame on me. Good moan, eh? A good moan. Right, there's a button where, oh, there we go. Can't beat a good moan. Really? That's too late now. I don't know if it works anymore. I just said it when I had the chance. Ah, man. Missed it. Missed it. I can cry over that spilled milk. It gives me something to laugh at them for. Well, there's the benefit then, isn't it? There's the benefit. They cry, you laugh, and laughter is the best medicine, as they say. You know, except if you got cancer, of course, or you know, AIDS or something. Probably should have just laughed. Probably should get some help. Probably should yeah, chemo or something. Yeah, I mean, the way I say it is like, it's very easy to kind of get into this whole thing about, you know, people are this way and people are that way, and, you know, times like this and da-da-da, and, you know. But yeah, it's like, you kind of ask yourself, it's like, it's almost like pissing in the wind. You know what I mean? Like, how far are you going to get it? It's just going to blow right back at you. It's like, people are always going to do things that you don't like, or that you don't agree with, or you think is silly, or, you know, there's always going to be that sort of thing. And most of it won't affect you in your day-to-day life. Now, if it does affect you in your day-to-day life, of course, that's a different situation, and, you know, you got to do something about it then. But most of it is just stuff on the internet, you know, just like stuff that you hear about or whatever. And it's like, why devote that much time of your time and energy to things that don't actually affect you? Like somebody's dumb opinion. I mean, you could, I'm not saying you can't express certain things, or you can't say this, or maybe try to correct somebody if you have the opportunity to, or whatever, but ultimately it's like, do you really want to spend that much of your time and energy on people that you don't know, that say silly things that doesn't affect you? Then you're getting more pervy with every stream. I hope that's by effect of being in the stream with me. I hope that's something that I've done. You know, wanna you know, bad influence. Oh, it is. Oh, awesome. Not too pervy though. I mean, there's limits. There's limits. Don't get too pervy. There's good pervy, then there's bad pervy. You know, we want to say the good pervy era, right? Okay, cool, cool. Those late comedians in upper comments would have all kinds of cancellations tossed at them if they were sit around staying. Yeah, probably, but I mean, you keep going, right? I mean, how many comedians get cancelled and still put out stuff? The cancellation stuff is bollocks. Let's be honest. Like, it really is. Like, very few people actually get cancelled in the sense that, you know, they don't get no work, they don't get no like jobs coming up, they get nothing, you know, no opportunities. Very few people actually get cancelled. I think it pretty much just what's his face, Louis CK. Like, that's it. That's it. Everyone else, people complain, oh, we're gonna cancel him, cancel this, cancel. They'll all shout it from the rooftops, but who actually gets cancelled? You know, how many times has Kevin Hart been cancelled and he's still booking gigs, big gigs? You know what I mean? So it's like, or Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's still booking gigs. How many times has Chris Rock been cancelled? Still booking gigs. Big gigs. He's just in a Netflix special. So all that cancellation stuff is nonsense. Like, nobody gets cancelled. Well, very, very few people actually get cancelled. A lot of it's just talk. People complain. People moan. You know, and it's like, but again, does it actually affect what you're doing? No. It's just people on the internet. It's literally it. It's people on Twitter tweeting stuff, and none of it has any real world effects. How many times has J.K. Rowling's been cancelled? Still booking gigs, you know, well, still putting stuff out, about to do new, what was it, Harry Potter TV show. That whole thing with Harry Potter the game, that recent Harry Potter game, all that hype, all that talk, all that complaints, putting out a new TV show, this time she's directly involved with it. Come on. She wasn't involved with the game, and it got so many complaints, so many people going, yo, blah, 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 blah. And now it's putting out a new TV show. Come on. People don't get cancelled. Very few people, very few people actually get cancelled. A lot of it's just talk. And once you realize it's just talk, you just don't pay attention to it. It's like, all right, whatever, that's your opinion. We're gonna cancel you. Yeah, it's still booking gigs. Still booking gigs. Didn't Logan Paul get cancelled? Now he's on WWE? Come on. Still booking gigs. How many times is, what's his face? That fashion guy, that makeup guy. Well, I can't remember his name right now. James something. How many times has he been cancelled? Still around. Hey, nothing rude is how you take it. I can picture Jimmy Carr a few times and he ain't going nowhere. Right, how many times have people complained about him? Still booking gigs. Like, still booking gigs. Because people it's just talk. It's just talk. Twitter, a lot of people have had their blues. Yeah, that's right. Was it 420? Yeah. Or if you weren't paid for it, then you get it removed. Yeah. You get cancelled. Famous last words. Yeah. Tomorrow's headline: unknown YouTuber Bandit Haze gets cancelled. No one ever knew who he was, apart from 5 people in the chat right now. 4 people in the chat right now. I'm good. I probably got cancelled a long time ago, so I appreciate you guys coming through. I probably got cancelled before I even made it anywhere. I don't know, someone probably put me on a list of don't even bother with this guy, and it's like, yeah. James Charles. Yeah, that's the guy, James Charles. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, he's a weirdo, but yeah, still around. Nobody actually gets cancelled. Well, very few people. I mean, he's probably one that probably should, because he's kind of a creep, but at least, I don't know if he still is a creep. I don't follow him. I don't follow his news that much, but from what I've heard of this guy and what seems like, yeah, he seems like a wrong un. Jeff Dunham is another real one. Jeff Dunham, I'm not sure I know too well, actually. Someone has switched the machine over to mainframe operation, and we can't operate it from here. Is Jeff Dunham the one that has the puppet? Is that Jeff Dunham? We can't operate it from here. Really, what about the mainframe? Who? Hey, cool. The mainframe. The mainframe. Yeah, that's him. Okay, cool. Why are you giving the orders? Why are you giving the orders? I don't care how you do it. Oh, that's Hojo. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Just you wait, Sephiroth. You know, Mr. Old Walter the Puppet. Yeah, I think I've seen some of their stuff, but yeah. The mecha you want. Mojo stop. Yeah, itself is in danger. 1 or 2 mid-guard. This is a small price to pay. Reeve, Hojo. Show me Sephiroth. This should be near. Ha ha ha. Go beyond the powers of science. For your present, science is powerless. I don't like it, but I'll comply. Just let me see it. Ha 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 ha. J.K. Rowling says stuff about the trans community that was based on truth. She got doxxed. James Charles gets caught messaging inappropriate things to minors, and he's fine. This is the world we live in. It's a strange place, that's for damn sure. Yo, do something, you big cat. Boy, they took with Kate Sif. We're sunk. Hojo's doing this on his own. Yeah, because he's like, he's messaging some underage boy or something, and it was like a trying to convince a straight boy to do gay stuff. I can't remember what it was, but it's some madness I saw. Or read or something. Because I don't really pay much attention to that guy. But yeah, it was some madness that dude was doing. But yeah, was it apology video? How many apology videos that guy made now? Like at least 10, right? Probably more than that at this point. So he put out an apology video. I'm really sorry for my actions. If you forgive me, I promise I will do better. In fact, classic apology video. It all starts off the same way. First of all, ooh, that's the wrong. First of all, you gotta be wearing glasses, right? You gotta be wearing glasses. Even though you don't normally wear glasses, you could be wearing glasses. You could be looking direct in the camera, and you gotta not look directly straight away, but you gotta be when it starts, you gotta be looking like this, kind of real pensive like. And then you look at the camera, and then you exhale. That's how you start off your apology video, and then you go into your apology. Recently, I made some comments that I now understand are truly offensive to the community. So I'd like to take this time to offer my sincere, deep, and heartfelt apology for my actions. I make no excuses for my behavior. I understand now how much hurt I have caused. When I was young, I went through circumstances, and perhaps I should have understood from there how much pain it can cause. But I made a severe lapse in judgment. And if you forgive me, I promise I will dedicate this and every day to making it right for you. Thank you. That's pretty much every apology video. I mean, some will cry more, I guess. Some will do more with the waterworks and cry a bit more. But that's your basic apology video structure. And by the way, that's why I have glasses. I have them ready just in case I need to make an apology video one day. That's what I bought them. I'm ready in case I ever need to make an apology video. I've got my glasses ready. And the boy adds the messages as proof. James put out an apology video, removes it, then repeats the same crap again. But he's a wrong'un. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like it either. That's what it says. So I'm assuming they're talking about James Charles and Final Fantasy right now. I don't like this. Yeah, I agree. Hey, look up the videos on the Wine Circle hot dog stand in Chicago. It's like the Rude restaurant in Australia. Hella beautiful. The Rude restaurant? Was that? Oh, I think I heard of that. Is that you go to a restaurant and people and the waiters and everything are rude to you? Yeah, I think I've heard of that. I think I saw a clip going around one time. I don't think I'd ever want to go to a restaurant. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't think I'd ever want to go to a restaurant where people are purposefully rude to you. Like, why would anybody want to do that? I mean, I guess to be fair, it can be fun in some circumstances, but like, for example, if it's like light-hearted jokes, I feel like that could be fun. But if they're just being rude, I don't know, man. That sounds like, wow. Nah, I don't think so. Like, nah, nah, I'm good. I don't feel I want to pay somebody to be rude to me. Like, you know what I mean? That sounds like a kind of low self-esteem. You gotta pay somebody to insult you. Like, Plenty of people insult me for free. Like, why would I pay somebody to do it? Like, come on. That's a terrible idea. I'm sure you could find people who could insult you for free. Like, why would you go to a restaurant and pay somebody to be rude to you? Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. My apology video will go, I'm sorry you're offended, but that's a you problem. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Too late, trying to hide it now. Wait, was Reeve controlling Kate Sif? That's not right. Wait. Can't stop it. Oh no, it wasn't. He was tapping in. Okay, cool. So why is it impossible? I couldn't go worse apology videos. Around the evening and night hours at the Wayne Circle, they have to be like that because of the wasted and crazy people around the area. Yeah, dog, it's awesome. So I loved it when one waitress said, "Happy birthday, fuck off." Yeah, and I don't think I need that. I don't think I need that. I'm good. I say you for free. I'm more than happy to. After all, it's my responsibility as your wife. Exactly. You go to a restaurant and pay money to be insulted. Sam's right here. Like, why would I do that? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because certain things, I mean, certain things that can be fun. Like I say, if it's like light-hearted jokes about whatever, it can be fun. But I think like once you start swearing at people, and I don't know, man, I feel like that to me is like I'm not paying somebody to swear at me like that. Like I don't know you like that, you know. Because if you go to a comedy show, for example, this has happened actually. I went to a comedy show and I was sitting at the front, and so the comedian starts making some jokes, and I'm cool with that. It's funny, it's light-hearted, nothing, you know, like. He's not digging up like personal history, because you know what I mean. It's not just flat out insulting you. So it's all fun like that, right? I don't mind that. But the idea of going to a restaurant, paying for food, and a waiter and a staff are insulting you the whole way through, nah, nah, y'all can have that. You can have that. If they've got like a lot of wasted and drunk people, wasted and crazy people around the area, maybe just don't let them in the restaurant. Then you wouldn't have to insult them. You know what I mean? Like maybe just don't let wasted people inside the restaurant. So if somebody's already drunk and they're trying to get into a restaurant, just say, hey, you can't come in. That's it. You can't come in. Then the wait staff won't have to be rude. I don't know. Sounds like a solution to me. To get here, you better not double cross us now. I can't make you trust me. I don't trust Kate Sif at all. Well, maybe not at all, but I don't trust him. You dumb fool, don't you understand anything I'm saying? I don't give a damn about Shenra. If you're a man, no, if you're a human being, you'll save the planet. Don't you even care? No way, if we shut down the reactor, all hell will break loose. Why? Can't you just shut off the valve? Yeah, it's easy to shut off the reactor's pipe valves, but the reactor made a path for the energy to escape from below. Once you open that, it will be impossible to close it until everything blasts out, and we can't try to stop the energy from gushing out. An explosion. This blast will be way stronger than when the Sector 1 reactor blew up. Damn. Forget that. The cannon we've got to get to Midgar. That's the first thing. So we go to Midgar. Must stop Hojo first. No, we gotta go Hojo then. So what we doing? It goes Midgar or Hojo? Ah, oh, flipping out, man. I don't know. I remember that time you called me fat. That was the first. I swear I've never called you fat, have I? I think this is one of those like woman brain things. I think Sam must have had a dream that I called her fat, and it was like woke up and like, how dare you? Did I call you fat? I don't even do it. I don't know. I can't remember. If I ever called you fat. I mean, I'm not apologizing for it, but if I ever called you fat, I actually don't remember if I've called. It's okay, Sam. We understand. It's that woman brain of yours. I understand. It's okay. It's okay. Besides, by the way, fat's not an insult anymore. Like it used to be, like back in the day. But these days, it's cool to be fat. So if I did call you fat, it's probably a compliment. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, it ain't a restaurant building. It's a stand, a vendor. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, in that case, we might have seen different things, because one I saw was a restaurant. I'm not sure we can trust your judgment when you said she was originally from London. Oh, fair. Yeah, that's fair. Everyone called me fat, I'd be laughing. Well, I mean, you might be fatter than some people, but yeah. You did when I said I was fake. I remember an elephant never forgets. Well, I mean, apparently you're the size of an elephant. So. Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. My bad. That was me. I'm my bad. Oh, jeez. No, I know. You know. I don't know. I've seen pictures of you, Sam. I've seen pictures of you. I'm trying to figure. I've seen pictures of your face, right? But I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen a picture of you. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, let me not say that. Let me just stop talking. Let me just stop talking. I should know better than to comment on a woman's size. Let me just stop talking. It's like Cloud9, the others are on their way. Stay out of the way. Bruce said, people stop calling us that because we already know. You want me to get upset? You tell me Papa Chicken is good. It's going out of business. Set this place on fire. When it comes to the fat size, apparently matters. Well, I mean, I guess it matters if you're trying to figure out the logistics of where things go. Yeah, so yeah. Don't be foolish. I don't remember anyone putting you in charge. The Peace Preservation Force will do their best to beat the enemy. Because of them, that's a private matter. The president is dead. Now I'm doing this my way. Yeah, ha 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 ha. These guys are always laughing. Now I'm going to use the new weapon. Hey, wait. Cloud9, everybody. Sorry. But what? Ah, son of a bitch. But you'll come, won't you? I know. So we're on the same size Shinra now then. Well, that's a turn up for the Bucks. I'm leaving the ship in your hands. I'm heading for Midgar. Oh, okay, well. Getting interesting, ain't it? Oh, Bruce is another real one. Just as a side note, though, in all seriousness, if I have said anything that has offended you, son, then I apologize. If I go too far with any of my jokes, then please pull me up on it. I can really name. Yeah, that goes for myself as well. Actually, like I'm not trying to piss anybody off. And yeah, sometimes I might make jokes that go a bit too far. I know you guys have said it's all cool and everything, but yeah, if I do ever go too far with anything I say, with a joke or a comment, yeah, let me know. Let me know. You know, I don't want anybody feeling like, you know, because I don't want to be one of those. Because I know we all talk about, yeah, people being sensitive, blah blah blah, da da da. But at the same time, it's like, let's be honest, feelings do matter, and as much as sometimes we have to pretend that they don't, they do. So how something makes you feel is important, and I'm not here to try and like make you angry, certainly not over a dumb joke or whatever. So like, yeah, if I do say something, just let me know. If you want to message me or whatever, if you don't want to say it in the chat, if you want to message me, just say hey. It's cool. Dig that hole, you're old and have no hair. You can't say nothing. You're old, you're old, you're old, you're old, you're old. You're old, you're old, you're old, you're old, you're old. And Bruce said, my name is Bruce. Not big Bruce, not big boy, not fat ass. Bruce. Don't worry, I'm never offended. Never? Sounds like a chick. Let me stop. What's the time? Do we have time to go to EVGA before ending the stream? I think we might do, you know. Learn the pilot. Limit break. Yo, Cloud, what you gonna do? Move it. Wait. L14 limit break. Okay, that's interesting. Be offended by I certainly don't want to make you feel uncomfortable with jokes that possibly go too far. This is a really nice place to see Haze. Hands on here, and I certainly wouldn't want to spoil anyone's enjoyment or make them feel like they have to avoid it. I appreciate you saying that, Ben. Yeah, you guys are cool. Yeah, we had fun. We chat about stuff. We shoot the shizzle. We putting you in that nurse home soon, and don't worry, I'll look for the one with the worst reviews. Well, that's good actually, because then there won't be so many people there. You know, and I could have the whole place to myself. It'd just be me and the nurses. Ooh, yeah. I mean, probably some nasty skank nurses, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. You know what I mean? So yeah, that sounds like a good plan, Sam. I'm just saying. Because you know when you're old, you get to do like cheeky stuff and nobody like minds. Like you could smack nurses on the bottom. And it's all cool because they're like, oh, he's old, you know. Like as a nurse is like come by, you can smack him on the bum. You could be like, hey nurse, I dropped my thermometer. Smack. And she'd be like, ooh, you cheeky. Ooh. Caring about my feelings makes me uncomfortable, so stop. is here. There's older people's way of being. Even if we get there, it goes under martial law. It's the dream, man. It's the dream. Sure. Yeah. Oh, Melnet. Oh, man. See, you can't smack Melnesses on the bum. Man. I mean, I guess you could, but it's just not the same. Melnesses make you take your medicine. You know. Maybe like, it's time for your medicine. It'll force it down your throat and stuff, and they'll be all stronger than you as well, so you can't even fight back. It's like, man. I'm sorry, Sam, but please don't put me in a nursing home with male nurses. I'm sorry. The middle becomes their personality. Would be interested and don't have enough. For your convenience. Middle finger. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I think we get to a point, and I think just as you go through life, there's less and less things you give your attention to, and yeah. That middle finger, but you give that to a lot of things, whether physically or what's the word? Non-physically. I don't know, but yeah, that. There'll be no way we could slip into the slums. See, they papers are signed in 10 years or so. You're in that home. Damn it, man! Papers are signed. I'll go start looking for loopholes now. Then. Wait. What if they're like transgender nurses? Like, what? Does that count as a loophole? Because I think when you're old, right, you won't even notice the difference. You know what I mean? So, just saying. Oh man, gotta find a loophole. Right, transportations from the slums is cut off. Hey, what do you think? We have highway for. Where are we now? Oh, where are we? If land's no go, we'll go by air. Okay then, we'll parachute into Midgar. With a flagship boat. Man, in 10 years, Sam's gonna put me in a home with transgender nurses. Man, wow. Could be worse, I suppose. Okay, yeah, I think we're okay like this. They just jumped without the parachute though. That they did not have a parachute pack. Like, they just jumped. There was no they don't have parachutes. Oh no, no, now they got parachutes. They didn't have them before. There's magic some parachutes up. I'm such a good wife. I'm gonna leave you everything in my will, Sam. Everything that I own. You get it all. Oh, do you guys hear about this guy, by the way? He's a football player in Spain, I think, or somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, he's married, right? Or was married. And his wife divorces him. And in the divorce, tried to claim half of everything he has, like a house and all his possessions, right? Turns out that everything he has was actually in his mother's name. Like, his house was in his mother's name, all his possessions was in his mother's name, his money, all of it, all in his mother's name. And he would just, like, you know, borrow money when he needed it. So, like, he literally, like, officially has nothing because it's all in his mother's name. So what it meant was that she was actually richer than him, which meant she then had to give him half of her property and money and stuff. So, like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, apparently he's a football player somewhere. I don't follow football to know who he is, but I was reading about this guy. I was like, you know what? I'm just saying, that man fought ahead. That man fought way ahead. It was like, hey, just in case. Just in case. Should think so. Yeah, you get everything I have, which is what do I have? You get my phone, I guess, my computer, my PlayStation, my Xbox. Actually, no, I got some cool stuff. I can't lie. You get my laptop. Yeah, all goes to you, my will. Heidegger is going after you all. That's why it's dangerous out there. Let's go underground. I read about that. First four, well played, but they did have kids together. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it a bit awkward then, doesn't it? Hopefully the kids are still being taken care of, whatever happens with that settlement then. To going through your browser history. Nah, it's all deleted. Don't worry. it's all deleted. You have to know some serious hardcore computer hacking to find the secret stash. And that's assuming the secret stash still even exists. Just saying. Saying. I'm not confirming if it's there or not. I'm just saying if it is there, you're gonna need some serious hacking skills to find it. We're going underground. Deep underground. We're going deeper underground. I don't care about your porn. Well, I said secret stash. I didn't say it was porn. I'm just saying. Yeah, I feel like that's one thing that pretty much every guy is good at. Like, I think was it also Dave Chappelle said this as well in one of his stand-ups, where he said that every guy is like an expert when it comes to hiding porn. You know? Killing the wife for dummies. I know. I've read that one already. Didn't help. Oh man, this guy. Received elixir. Rush. Yo, look at this dragon looking thing though. Man took off like oh, that took off a lot. I like that. So you call me fat and for about killing me. Even my internet marriage is toxic. Well, I mean, I didn't think about it. It was, you know, let me just stop talking. Let me just stop talking. I'm just zip. Just stop. Let me just stop. Man, I think anything I say right now is just incriminating. So let me just stop. I'm just digging a hole. Okay, I think it'll go down and go back up. Needs to have a relationship anyway. Oh, boring. Well, I mean, yeah. Boring can have its uses, but yeah, I think sometimes you want that. You want that right level of crazy. I have to skip to the bottom now. Yeah, I don't know about this. You need that little bit of toxicity. Yeah, just that little bit. Just that little bit. Just keep things spicy. Right, spice alive, yeah, just to keep things that's yeah. Oh shit, did I just hit myself? Oh, he confused me. Yo. I don't think I have the life magic, do I? No, so it's Phoenix Downs now. Yeah, I feel like that is not even like a bad thing. I mean, like in terms of like being in a relationship, like of course you don't want to be with somebody who's like, I don't know, smacking you around and constantly lying to you and you know all that kind of stuff, right? That's way too toxic, of course. But I feel like you just if you're somebody who's got that right level of naughtiness to them, you know what I mean? That's just that right level of naughtiness. Not to the point where it's like dangerous or just mad disrespectful or you know stuff like that, right? But just that right level of, you know, just that right level. Just that little bit of crazy, a little bit of toxicity, a little bit of not just that, you know what I mean? Little bit of that. Ever seen the movie War of the Roses? That'll be us. I've not seen that film actually, but okay. So if I see that movie, that's what we are. Okay, War of the Roses. All right. We got him. Alright, it's actually getting late. It's getting late. So I need to find somewhere to save. Oh, flipping out. getting attacked from behind, man. Man's getting back shots right now. Actually, let me see something. I don't think I can jump across, can I? Oh, I can. Oh! Ush. Trying to see something. Oh, snap. Oh, I've got two confused people now. Damn. Oh, flipping hell. Oh, shoot. Ugh. Got the ether. Item, Phoenix down. Magic, yeah. It's Margaret Douglas and Kathleen Turner. It's a love story that goes slightly pear-shaped. It's actually a really good movie. Okay. Love it. Was it called again? Love and Peace? No, War and Peace. No. War of the Roses. That was it. Ugh, more of these guys, man. Just trying to get something. Where they literally try to kill each other, but it's fine. Okay. That's us, yeah. Alright. Alright, well. Well, something to look forward to, I guess. Keep you on your toes. Oh, flipping hell, man. Ugh. Ish. I need to find what cures confusion. because I'm sure I've got an item for something for confusion, but yeah, that's all right for now. Item. Okay, so what do I have for confusion? Silence, poison, blah 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 blah. Do I have anything that cures confusion? Petrify. Alright, do I not have a single item to cure confusion? I got like, I swear I got something for everything else, but not confusion. Wait. Drains, no. I was berserk. Ugh. Mate. All of this and nothing for confusion, bro. You could try. Well, we have an exciting end of life. Apparently there's a movie based on it as well. So good. Be right back. I think Sam's about to slip some poison in my drink. So I can't actually go that way. There's nothing here for me then. Ugh, apart from these bozos. Ugh, alright. Ish. This big dragon demon looking thing. Alright. Finally. But I need to use my tent though. I think I got some tent left. I hope I got some tent left. Oh, yeah, I got some tent left. Put that up a bit. And save. Okay, so So we found the key. We defeated Weapon. Now we're back in EVGA Underground. Looking for Hojo. All right. Make sure I save that properly. Cool. Underground. But yeah, I'm gonna save there for now. We quit out of this for now. It's getting late. Time to start winding down. Let me switch over to. What do we got? Over to this screen. Turn that off. Oof. Sounds like a good idea, yeah. Indeed, wow. So the next live stream, the next live stream should be on Sunday. Oh, 1 sec actually. Let me check something real quick. Because it might not be, but yeah, it should be Sunday. Yeah, so far it's Sunday, but if that changes, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, we're watching WrestleMania 18. It's the last in our WrestleMania month for April. So we started off with WrestleMania 39, day 1, then day 2, then watched WrestleMania 17, Sunday just gone. So this coming Sunday, WrestleMania 18. It's on the WWE Network if you have that. If you don't have it, it's all good. You can still come along and have some fun. But WrestleMania 18 has my favorite match of all time, which is The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. So I'm looking forward to seeing that again after all these years. 20 years more. Was it more than 20 years now? Yeah, more than 20 years now. After that, we're doing Batman for movie night on Monday. Batman the movie, excuse me. Let me get the name right. Batman the movie. So that is the 1966 Batman movie with Adam West and Burt Ward. I feel like I'm pretty sure Dan's seen it, but if you guys haven't seen it, it's definitely worth watching. And normally I say, like, you know, you don't have to, if you don't have it, you know, you could, because it's this ones you could buy or rent on Amazon or, you know, streaming services, right? And I'll say that I'll normally say you don't have to buy it or rent it if you don't want to. That this time I'm saying you still don't have to, but I recommend that you do. Like, if you don't have it, if you've not seen it, I recommend that you get a copy of it to watch along. But that being said, you don't have to. You can still come and have some fun. But I feel like you'd want to see this. You know, you'd want to see this if you appreciate, yeah, campy, cheesy, just one of the most finest movies ever made. I think you'd want to see it. But yeah. There was once a time when I could game all night. Those days are long gone. Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, man. Back in the day, when you just sit on a computer game, on a video game, on your console, and just be there like for 8+ hours, not even thinking about it, all day, all night, not even thinking about it. Yeah, can't do that no more, man. Can't do it no more. It's a blast indeed, for sure. Dan knows. Dan knows. When we're watching Batman. What up, Ken? We're watching Batman on Monday. Batman the movie from 1966. Adam West and Burt Ward. Adam West is my favorite Batman ever, and this movie is one of the biggest reasons why. So yeah, Monday movie night, 8 p.m. GMT. Batman the movie. Even I saw it as a kid. Oh, so you know the pure genius level campiness of that. Yes, Adam West is my favorite Batman. That is not a joke. Adam West is my favorite Batman. Bro, this is the only Batman to ever beat up a shark. He didn't have to wear no bulletproof vest or nothing. He punched bad guys so hard, words appeared on the screen. Yes, Adam West is my favorite Batman. No cap. But yeah, Adam West, Batman the movie, 1966. That's Monday movie night. Yeah, make sure you're ready. Make sure you get it on 0. He didn't have silly weapons. What are you talking about? First of all, he didn't have weapons. He had utilities. Okay, you know, he didn't have weapons. He had utilities because he had a utility belt where he kept his utilities in. They weren't silly. They were useful because they were utilities. Adam West Batman didn't need weapons. He had his fists. He didn't need no fake 6-pack. You know, and also, if you notice, like all the other Batmans, they're all kind of like broody and clearly have like mental health issues, right? Adam West was the only stable Batman, or at least the only stable live action Batman, which means after his parents got killed when he was a kid, he must have sought out therapy because he's literally the only stable-minded Batman. The only stable-minded live-action Batman. So yeah, he must have had therapy, counseling, which means he took care of his mental state before he went and fought crime. That is the only Batman to do that. Michael Keaton was a cool Batman. You know, Christian Bale was a cool, but they're all cool Batman, but they clearly had mental issues. Michael Keaton had mental issues. Yeah, he was all broody and maybe his mental issues maybe weren't as bad as Christian Bale or Robert Pattinson or Ben Affleck. Maybe not as bad. But yeah, he had mental issues. Like, he had a conversation with himself on the phone. Well, I don't remember that bit. Okay, maybe he did have mental issues as well. Maybe he did. But clearly they weren't as bad as the others anyway. Yeah, moves even on the dance. Oh yeah, dancing. Yeah, only Batman to dance. You mean George Clooney isn't your favorite? But he had nipples. He had nipples. He had bat nipples on his suit. But to be fair, George Clooney did have the bat credit cards. That's pretty cool. You can't knock the bat credit card. You know, never leave home without it. So you got to give George Clooney credit for literally. You got to give him credit for having the bat credit card. I just think Michael had no social skills. Yeah, mental issues. He never got over himself. I did watch the show, yeah. I mean, I probably didn't see every single episode, I'm sure, but I did watch it. It used to come on TV when I was a kid. The repeats of it. I'm not that old. I used to see the repeats of it when I was a kid, so I used to watch those. Commissioner Gordon, put him on the spot. Oh wait, no, I remember. Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. No. Yeah, see, no mental issues. He just had to cover his tracks a little bit. No, I remember that. Yeah. Pretend being Bruce Wayne talking to Batman on the phone, and Batman talks to Bruce Wayne. Yeah, I saw all the episodes. Yeah, Ben was here earlier. He was telling me that you can get the DVD box set for like 30 quid, and then there's a Blu-ray box set for 40. So yeah, I might do that. You know. The 60s show had all the colorful smoke. Yeah. Used to swing in and like kick people, like crash, smash. Adam West is my favorite Batman. But yeah, guys, that's for Monday. You've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. Big bang boom. Yeah. Village is strong. And that's all you're doing, so I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go put some food in my stomach. Then I'm going to lay my head down. Boink. Yeah, literally boink. And then yeah, that's gonna be the end of my day. So until whenever, if ever, it's the only thing you can't give to. Well, yeah. Peace.